So hello everyone, you're welcome to the section of the course. Here we'll be treating more on time management tools and techniques. So we've been talking a bit about Pomodoro technique in the previous section, so I'm going to be explaining a bit more about what it is exactly. So what is Pomodoro technique? Pomodoro technique is a technique that was developed in the late 1980s by Francesco Cirillo. It is a time management method that uses focused work in intervals, strategically spaced with short breaks to boost productivity and combat procrastination. Specifically to boost productivity and combat procrastination. So what are the features? This is a work interval that traditionally lasts 25 minutes. Note, traditionally, you can adjust to what will work for you. You know, you're probably starting for the first time, so you could do 20 minutes. And if something you've come across before and you're just not quite doing it well, you can make it 25 or even 30. Though it can be adjusted, I just talked about it being adjusted. You are required to really give full focus on a single task. You know, I spoke earlier about how multitasking isn't really ideal. You should focus on a single task at a time without any kind of distraction within the period. Okay, so after which you take short breaks, 3 to 5 minutes, to refresh your mind, to prevent burnout, to do exercise. For some people, stretch. It's the usual stretch breaks, you know, at conferences or seminars, just 3-5 minutes. Then after 4 pomodoros, that's about 100 minutes, take a longer break, 30 minutes. Some people use this time to eat, make calls, all those quite how do I put it, things that you have scheduled to do, but will take a little bit, maybe 10-5 minutes. Make a call to a family, friend, a business partner. You can do this within 30 minutes. And it's, if at all anything isn't lined up for that, you just rest and you get back to your feet eventually. So what's the proper outline for this technique? You choose your task, you get your materials, whatever it is you want to do for that 25 minutes gap. You get them gathered. You set your timer because you need to monitor how well you'll be managing this time. So 25 minutes each, even the break times, you're supposed to set your timer and you're ready to go. Then ensure to work with distractions. At first, it may not be easy, but with practice, it gets better, I assure you. And the time is supposed to give you an indication that time up, so you stop and you take a break. And then you repeat, and then you go for your long break, and then you're done. Okay. This you can do for work, this you can do for house. I mean, your home, there are people who do time management for your home schedules as well, so you can do this anyhow. Even at seminars, it's a whole lot of those agendas are structured in that way, so it works across board. So that's Pomodoro techniques. So like I said earlier, you need to be flexible. You can do 20 minutes, you can do 25, you can do 15. You start from somewhere and then you move up. You track your progress. What have you been able to do better with each time you practice this technique? And you can go for smaller bits of a large task. I've mentioned this over and over again in previous sections. It can really never be emphasized. Do it in bits, it becomes easier. And again, be patient with yourself. One step at a time. Alright? So then we move to another technique that is very, very important. I've been talking about urgency, importance over the previous sections. Now you know what you will know what it means. So this technique is actually a matrix. It's called the Eisenhower matrix, also known as the urgent importance matrix. This was developed by former US President Dwight D. Eisenhower, who coined this famous quote: "I have two kinds of problems, the urgent and the important. And the important are never urgent." It's pretty straightforward, but if you're not getting it clearly, the next slide will. So like I said, it's a matrix. The grid divided into 4 quadrants. Now, one part of the quadrant has urgent and not urgent. The other part has important and not important. So if you bring one part together, you find urgent and important. That is, those are the most important. It's urgent, meaning you have to do it now, and it's really important to whatever goal it is you've set for yourself. Now the other one is important but not urgent. Those are the ones you put at a later time, not too late, but just quite a later time from when you're doing the urgent one. Then you have the other one which is urgent, rather what that is urgent and not important. It's urgent, but it's not really important. Can't I delegate it to someone else? For instance, I have a meeting and then I have to pick the kids from school. Okay, I have a younger brother, a spouse, they can do that. It's really urgent, but rather it's really urgent and important and not so important at the same time, because your kids are your kids after all. So you can always delegate that. And then you come to the one of not so urgent, not so important. So those ones you let go completely. There are many tasks, many events that fall into this category. You just have to sit down and learn it for yourself and know what exactly you shouldn't really be found doing. Okay, so that falls into the category of not urgent and not important. So I've explained the each of the quadrants. This is just a further explanation. If it's something you wish to go through, you have it here and here, and you have a few examples. The delegation bits, not urgent and important, that can be delegated by someone else, appointments, administrative work, and all of that. So again, this just gives a bit more of explanation of what the Heisenhower matrix is. So this is how you use the matrix, just like the other technique. You list your tasks. Yes, this is what I want, what I need to do in order of importance and urgency. In order, that's what analyzing the priority of each means. In order of which is important, which is urgent. Categorize it using the matrix. Categorize the task using your matrix, and then you take action. I mean, you schedule where you need to schedule, you eliminate where you need to eliminate, and you delegate where you need to delegate. And the fourth one, you do it yourself, because sometimes you just have to do it for yourself. So this matrix is a versatile tool that you can apply to every facet of life, just like the Pomodoro technique. It helps for a more calm and productive life. Okay, so that ends this section of the course. See you in the next one.